Hey guys, Chad Tracy back here with another video. I had 18 and a half years in when I was terminated when two officers lied on me and said I threatened them and called them certain individual words. And here we are today. I know what was said on those particular days. I do have witnesses. But that's how things go in DOC. If you're on a chopping block, that's exactly what happens. I know two individuals that were very high ranking in DOC, and when they got back from either their surgeries, or if they had certain natural things that happen within the body, when they come back, they were either asked to step down or for them to retire. But when DOC is done with you guys, DOC is done with you. And that's it. So I did have a target on my back, and a lieutenant did mention that there was a big conspiracy to get me fired, and they succeeded at what they did. So I'm back here with 6 years and change, trying to fight for my job, or what's left of it. And I wouldn't be going this far, guys, if it didn't happen. If I threatened those guys and called them derogatory names, I definitely wouldn't be fighting at all, or made a YouTube channel, or even got an attorney to try to fight things. So that's why we are here today. I'm trying to do what's right. I'm fighting for myself first and foremost, and try to be a voice for other people also that this stuff has happened to. And unfortunately, they wouldn't have a voice unless I made this YouTube channel. And I'm going to continue to do what I have to do. And I do thank everybody that has reached out and let me know how they feel, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. I would say 99% of everything that I've said and have done so far, people have acknowledged and said, great job. We really appreciate you doing what you're doing. It does open our eyes to a lot more things that happen, and it actually gave me even more information. So it's good. We're hoping for a federal investigation into all this, and I'm not going to stop. It's just the way it is, guys. It's in my nature to fight. I've been fighting my whole life, to do what's right. Fight for what's right, guys. And that's all I'm asking. I'm hoping that DOC would reopen everything, but they're not going to. So there's got to be a higher up than DOC, Attorney General, and or a whole nother entity that would come in and open this up. Whether it be whomever, it would be a good thing, because I do have a lot of evidence. I have a lot of people that are willing to come forward now that I didn't have before. So this has helped me. There's a lot of evidence that succeeds what was put forth initially by either my attorney or put in front of the judge or the Deputy Attorney General that just hates me and continues to watch my videos. So if you do, Deputy Attorney General, I wish you the best, sweetheart. I'm going to continue to do what I do. And my attorney knows everything that I'm doing. So whether you like it or not, on that email, I got it. Anybody wants to see it, I'll show you in person, or the next investigating entity wants to see it, I'll definitely put that forth also. So we are here, and we're here to talk about Trenton State. I had gotten word, whether it be new, old, or indifferent. I got word about a week ago now. I just been so incredibly busy, whether it be with this case or other personal personal endeavors that I'm trying to take care of. Trenton State, from my understanding, is that there is a prescription note going around that somebody took a notepad, which is a federal, I believe, offense or state offense. And I'm hoping that it's not true, but from my understanding, it's very, very true that there were 50 people involved. One individual had turned it into human resources. That girl in human resources is supposed to check. She's supposed to do her job. Matter of fact, there was an individual, and I hope he doesn't get mad at me, but I'm going to go ahead and I'll never say names, but I know exactly who it was. He actually falsified his family leave. They did terminate him. He didn't do jail time. He ended up actually retiring with his pension. So whether it be now or then, I mean, what's the difference, right? So he did retire with his pension, 20 years, and he was able to retire. There was a deal made, whatever it may have been, but he did retire, and he did falsify his family leave documents. And that's what my understanding is too, is that whomever did that and turned it to HR, you kind of screwed everybody else. And maybe I'm making light of it, yes, on my channel, because let's call it what it is, guys. Administration there. And the funny part is that the administration there, how can I say this? No offense to him, number one, but how can somebody be in charge of that area when it was their ex-person that they were married to? And why doesn't that person make any visits to Trenton State like he does, say, Garden State? He's always at Garden State, and he's always on top of that piece of shit major. You know, he had that gray shirt, which is supposed to be white, but now he just wears the blue, because I guess I called him out so many times. He is a piece of shit major, and he is the reason the good old boys club is alive and well still at Garden State. So once you get rid of that piece of shit, excuse my French, everybody else will fall in place. And you do have a lieutenant there that was caught one time in his career for using coke, but he beat that, and he knows who I am, or he knows who he is, excuse me. And I am calling him out on it because he is a piece of shit. And keep doing what you're doing, my friend. Just make sure that, just know that people are watching you and your boy that's a major, because everything's already been put in play. So good luck, you and your partner, your major partner that's a piece of shit that needs to retire, that won't retire because he has to give his ex-wife money. If he was smart, he would just buy her out, but you know how that goes. But anyways, I'm totally getting off track. I'm sorry. But he was one of the reasons why I got written up at Yardville. And that's the reason why that I go in so hard on him. Because it was a bullshit charge. And he knows it. I know it. And that fake ass, that lieutenant that's up at Central Office now knows it too. He lied. He's another piece of shit. But anyways, whatever. So getting back to the Trenton. Yeah, that one officer did turn it into HR, and he kind of blew up the spot on everybody. That's why everybody's being investigated. Not to mention that Trenton, their officers are getting mandatory 2 or 3 times a week. 2 or 3 times a week they're getting mandatoried. So and even though they don't want to, you know, these guys do have family, home lives. They do have young children. It's not what they signed up for. That's incorrect. They signed up for the 8 hours for the 125 grand a year. So if it's available for overtime, they're able to take it. That's how it should be. That's how it was. But now, since times have changed, people are retiring, and DOC was well aware of this years ago that this was going to happen, but they didn't take any steps to take care of it. That's why there's a shortage. But instead of mandatoring these officers, putting every officer in jeopardy because they're doing 16 hours, going home for about 6 hours and sleeping, maybe 5, then coming back for another 16 hours, I wonder how their mental health is. You know, that's one of my biggest things that I've talked about millions and millions of times over and over and over, right? Their mental health. What is DOC doing for these officers that are getting mandatoried 2 and 3 times a week, what are they doing for their mental health? They call it Officer Appreciation Day, but it's all they actually it's Staff Appreciation Day. There's no such thing as Officer Appreciation Day, because if there was, there'd only be officers that were eating, not the civilians. No offense to the civilians, because there's a lot of good people there. But Officer Appreciation Day is just that, Officer Appreciation Day, and that's it. That's how it should be ran. But of course, it's not ran like that. But it is what it is, right, guys? So it just lets you know that you're really not appreciated, and they really don't give two shits about you. That's why civilians, when they get brought, they bring in drugs, they just get fired. No charges really get brought against them, right? But when an officer does bring drugs in, they're held to the utmost and fullest extent of the law, which is not fair, because any civilian that works in a correctional facility should be just that. They should be sentenced just like any officer would. There are no difference. I mean, they actually get in the same pension system as us. As like, if they do move up through the ranks, they eventually get in, and they're able to carry weapons and everything like that, which is not fair. But who am I, right? I'm just an officer advocate right now, right? I mean, they hire felonies. I wonder if they'll hire me the next. See if I can put my name in that hat after everything's said and done. Let's see if they'll rehire me as another officer. Excuse me. We'll see how that goes for me. So with that being said, those officers had turned in family leave paperwork or filled out a prescription form and turned it into their center of control for not getting mandatory every single day. And I guess they got found out about. So there's probably going to be about 50 officers short at Trenton State, which is, instead of mandatory officers every single day, why don't we start shutting down the posts? Start shutting down the posts, lessen the inmate movement. But they will never do it, because none of these majors or administrators have a backbone like they used to. They're too worried about the inmates and what the inmates want and what they deserve, and it's just a matter of time before they have cable throughout the whole state, which that's going to be interesting. They already have tablets that they're able to email back and forth to their family members and ombudsman and all that good stuff. So it's just a matter of time with that too. And then you have, that's number one. Number two, you had two officers that were fighting. You have two officers that were fist fighting, right? That got 30 days off. 30 days off. When there's supposed to be zero tolerance for fist fighting in the jail. Zero tolerance. But they knew about it, and they gave them 30 days off. And here I am, myself, terminated, because never admitted, right, that I called these guys, I threatened them or called them derogatory names. But they want to take their word for it with the first individual, which I have witnesses for, and the second individual, which was a copycat of the first one, saying that I said the same exact thing to him, which they were best friends, and that IVP was the IVP that said I did it was the first guy. The IVP actually helped the second guy in the hearing and everything else. So come on, I mean, let's call it what it is. Right then and there's a conflict of interest. Not to mention there's a conflict of interest with the one investigator that was terminated or was under investigation for the lying under oath. So it is, it's just all kinds of bullshit. There's all kinds of messed up stuff in my case. So you had two officers that were suspended for 30 days, which they should have been terminated, but they weren't. And then one of those officers that fought, from my understanding, there was a white individual and a black individual that were fighting. the white individual called him out as that individual was dirty, and that's my understanding as to why they had fought. So they suspended him, and hey, maybe that's why they only got 30 days off, because they wanted to catch the second guy for bringing in drugs for the inmates. So that's exactly what happened. My understanding is that the officer came in, I think, on third shift, if I'm not mistaken. They were fist fighting prior. That officer came in on third shift. SID was up there, pat searching him. All the officers ended up getting him and found drugs on him, and so on and so forth. Crazy, right? So my understanding is that guy is terminated. You'll probably be reading about him. If he wasn't already in the news, he will be in the news. So, yeah, guys, that's it. But it's crazy how DOC works, that once they're done with you, and I have two reputable people that I know of that were very high-ranking, assistant commissioner or assistant deputy commissioner, what have you, and due to health issues, they were both either asked to step down when they came back, or were told that they were going to retire. So when I tell you DOC, when they're done with people, they're done. So I guess that's what happened with me. Although I was not a high-ranking individual, I was just an officer that did speak his mind and was not afraid to speak his mind, and is still going to speak his mind. So listen, guys, I'm at the gym every single night. Edge, Cherry Hill, 9 o'clock. Be on the stepper. Actually, I'm moving to the treadmill now. So if you guys want to come and talk, I'm there. If you want to hit me up, Trey, TREYY 1975 at gmail.com. Hit me up there too, guys. Any questions, concerns, comments, please please follow, and subscribe. Let's get the word out there, guys. The only way we're going to do it, we're helping not only ourselves, but we're helping other people in this. And I'm not getting any kickback from this, from YouTube or anything, like the other guy is, that's selling books and all the other stuff. I hope DOC is aware that he does get a kickback. He does get revenue from that. And I believe that is a conflict of interest. They're making money off of New Jersey. He's making money off of New Jersey DOC, and they're okaying it. So who else has their hands in that money? He's got 20 or 30,000 subscribers. That's what I want to know. Who else is getting paid from that? That's it, guys. I had 18 and a half years in before I was terminated unjustly. That's why I'm here doing it. I'm here to make light of everything. Like I said before, I never got any help, mental health, from 4 entities within the DOC. That includes the majors. That includes the administration. That includes SID. During my interview with SID, it was cut short. It was deleted out, and I have proof, and I can show that to you. It's right on my video. It's cut out. It goes from, like, say, I don't know, 3 minutes and 40 seconds to 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's how much is cut out of that video. So if you think I'm bullshitting or lying, there you go. And not to mention the EED. I also asked for that there too. I forget what the girl's name was. It was Lisa at the time or someone else, but I do know that she was trying to help me and trying to get push it along further, but obviously New Jersey DOC didn't want to help me. Just like a lot of other officers, they didn't help. But fortunately for me, I'm still here, and I will continue to be here. This is my therapy right here as I talk every day that I'm on here. And God has granted me the ability to continue to talk and to tell my story. And that's why I'm here, guys. Uh, comments, questions, concerns, leave them down below. Please subscribe. Please subscribe, guys, so you guys can get the alerts. So take care. Have a good night. You'll see this at Saturday night. It'll be up Saturday night at 11:30, which is tonight. Sunday morning. So have a good night, guys. Take care. Be safe in there. Stop fighting each other. It's not worth it. It's not worth losing your job. Stop doing the family leave documents that are falsified that will get you terminated immediately, especially with that new police thing that's going on. Come on, guys, do it. Be smart. Don't be stupid. Get family leave, and get it done right, that you're able to show up early or show up late, leave early. So all boundaries, everything is documented, everything is taken care of. Whether it be a mental health issue, but be careful with that because they'll try to terminate you. Whether it be just a regular health issue, you're allowed to leave early, come in late, so on and so forth. You guys know what you're doing. School the young guys. Do what you got to do, and I'll be safe in there, guys. I'll be back. I'll be back at you not soon enough. I got more and more. Take care.